what a fight, what a knockout. That was a vicious ass knockout by Tank without question. So Gervonta Tank Davis stops Frank Martin in the 8th round with a minute and 29 seconds left. He really stunned. What really started it was the uppercut. The uppercut it was what had Frank Martin stunned and like had him standing in time with his eyes. You see the glossy look in the fighter's eyes when he got hit with the uppercut. He had the glossy look in his eye, trying to allow his body to catch up with what happened to him, what he got punched with. And right then, Tank followed that up. Was that a right hand he followed up? It was a left hand. Damn, I don't know if he hit him with the left or the right, but he followed it up. I think it was a left hand that he followed it up with. And that is what really had Frank fall into the canvas. His head bounced off the canvas. When a fighter head bounces off of the canvas, they're done. They're done. Frank was already done when he got hit with the uppercut, right? When he got hit with the uppercut, he was already out of there. Tank just had to just deliver another devastating blow to get him to fall. That was it. And that was all she wrote. Let's analyze the entire fight, y'all. Frank Martin fought well in spurts. I'm not gonna lie. For a dude that started boxing at 18 nights, about 19 years old, he fought well in spurts. Here's Frank's problem. There were times in the fight where Frank is just like not throwing any punches. To beat a guy like Tank, you're gonna have to keep him guessing. Give him different looks. He should have kept pumping that jab in Gervonta's face. Keep pumping that jab in his face so he cannot get into a rhythm. So he have to reset, right? If you allow him, when you sitting in the clinch, you just doing this, you're not throwing nothing, allowing him time to compute data and to counter you. And allowing him time. Because see, this is how Gervonta fights. When you got a pattern to you, he will fuck you up. If you keep throwing the same punches over and over again, I saw it with, and this is what, Frank Martin wasn't throwing the same punches over and over again. I'm just saying. Like when he fought, what's the boy name? Ryan Garcia. When he fought Ryan kept throwing that same left hook over and over again. Tank, of course, timed it. He knew it was coming. Duck down counter. Pow! That was the knockdown in the 2nd round against Ryan Garcia. When Tank, it was somebody else Tank fought too. Oh, who was it? Leo Santa Cruz. I remember when he fought Leo and he was just timing Leo. Leo, I think, kept doing something. What punch was he throwing over and over again? And Tank timed it. And pow! Lights out. So when you allow him comfortability in order to like get into a rhythm or like to figure things out, he works well in that. You got to keep a fighter like him guessing. It was times Frank on the ropes, just, keeping his head off of the line, but not really throwing. You got to throw things back. Throw punches back. Throw punches. Keep him at bay. He got popped to him. Frank got power. And I heard Tank tell Calvin Ford, hey, he got power. He got a little power. He got a little power to him. He got a little power to him. He gave it to him. He got a little power now. So I can't, hey, I feel it. He got some shit on him. When you got some shit on you, you got to keep him honest. If you don't keep Tank honest, you're going to be ripe for the picking. And that's what happened. He didn't throw anything. I'm looking down the thing. He didn't throw anything. He didn't keep him guessing. Too many points in a fight where Frank is just moving his head, trying to find an opening. He's not throwing anything though. Keep him busy. Throw the jab. Throw the jab. Keep him guessing. When he does that, when you do that, it was times when Frank was doing that. And Tank couldn't catch a rhythm. But I'm going to say this, though. To beat Tank, you're going to have to fuck him up. And to fuck Tank up, you're going to have to put yourself in harm's way. A lot of fighters are not going to want to do that. His power is real. Very real. And y'all don't need me to say that. It's evident in the knockouts. It was at a point in the fight, Frank was like, what's up with it? He was throwing them punches. What's up? What's up? He was willing to stand in there. He was fighting valiantly. He fought valiantly the whole fight. I'm going to say that. But it was times where I saw Frank, the bouncing Frank step. He was confident. And then as the fight went on, I saw Frank wincing. Like he was scared of the anticipation of Tank's punches. He could feel that boy's power even through the misses and the blocks. He could feel that shit. And say, hey, man, this dude got some heat on him. And that's the thing, too, man. When people bring up sparring, Frank did well against Tank in sparring. But a lot of people got to remember, guys fight differently under those lights, okay? There are some guys under those lights, they become more of a prime version of themselves, and that is Gervonta Tank Davis. Under those lights, he belongs under those lights. He's a star, he knows it, and he knows that is his arena. And if you want to swim in that arena, he's going to make you feel every punch, you know, until he gets your ass up out of there. And I'm going to say this too, man. Tank is a very intelligent fighter. People talk about, you know, his speech impediment and the way he talk. He know this boxing shit for real. All the way through and through. Credit to Calvin Ford for the work he's done with Tank since Tank was a little bitty boy. Credit to what Floyd Mayweather, even though him and Floyd don't get along at all right now. Floyd has taught him a lot of things. Tank is very intelligent. He know how to set traps like it ain't nothing. He knows how to set traps. He know how to lull you to sleep. In the post-fight interview with Jim Gray, he telling him, hey man, I knew I was going to let him tire himself out. I knew he was going to get overzealous and eventually he was going to get tired. Frank got tired in that fight and I can see it. After throwing all those punches, he got a little tired. A lot of tired. And Frank, then he started by the time, I say, well, he going to get a second win. But by the time he gets that second win, Tank is already going to be, he going to be right for the picking. And Tank is going to have that shit figured out. And he did. Before the fight, I told my homie on the phone, I think it would get stopped in the 7th, 8th round. But I did say that if Frank Martin survived all 12 rounds, and if he fought the way he fought tonight and survived all 12 rounds, Frank would have left with a whole different fan base. But see, and he fought well enough, but casuals are not intelligent enough to understand that the dude fought well. They don't care, but they don't give a fuck about how well you fought when you get knocked out. They just don't. Nobody cares about that, right? Tank fought well. I mean, Frank fought well. And he's gonna get it. His stock is gonna rise and still it's gonna rise regardless, right? He gonna get some more big fights too, and he's gonna learn. But Tank this is his era right now. He's in his glory. He's confident. When you watch boxing, bro, you can tell when a fighter is they're in their bag. Like when I say they're in their bag, not just in one fight. He's in his bag going forth. He feels right now can't nobody fuck with him. All boxers should feel that way. But it's more than likely true with Tank. For sure. Like the way his confidence, you can tell the look he has in his eye. I've been watching boxing long enough. When Roy Jones felt like nobody could fuck with him, he had that same look. Floyd Mayweather had that same look in his eye. He felt like none of them dudes can touch him. Right? I've seen this look before with dudes. James Toney fucking dudes up. He had the same glow. Same glow. And at this point, he know you ain't fooling with him at all. He know, hey man, hey, in order to get in there with him, you're going to have to catch some punches back. And he's going to hurt you. He's going to hurt you significantly. In order to fuck him up, you're going to have to open yourself up. And you can open yourself up to something brutal. Brutal. Now, we're going to talk about other opponents for Tank. But, I have to commend his performance. This was absolutely excellent. Excellent performance from Tank. Like chef's kiss all the way through and through. I can go on. My grandmother calling me right now, though. I'm going to stop the video. But, man, this was a top-tier, excellent performance from Tank Davis. Tank is an intelligent fighter. He know how to set them traps. He know how to hurt guys. He know how to hurt them. And I don't see nobody able to, really fuck. You got to hurt him to fuck him up. Right? We're going to talk about Shakur Stevenson. A fight with Shakur. A fight with Lomachenko next. All of that. But right now, you got to give Tank his flowers. He's done some shit that, man, he's a dangerous ass dude, man. He's very dangerous. Them punches to the gut, that swift ass uppercut, them sweeping hooks he throws, man, listen, you can hear the wind whistle when he throw them bitches. And I say, yeah, man. Hey, seriously, did a great job. And Tank he's a slow starter. He'll let you win rounds sometimes. Sometimes you can just get your shit off till he figures you out. And he knows. He know when he can hurt you. Like it was times points in the fight, Tank smiled when he almost landed. His timing was really off to start this fight. His timing was off. And that's because of the long layoff. Timing was off. If he was, boy, listen, I say, oh shit, he inching closer. And the first couple of times he was missing Frank. And Frank had some good movement on him too. I'm gonna get it. So he had some good little footwork and some movement on him too to get up out of the way. Right? You know how to hold that phone. Derrick James, he know how to, his fight, he teaches fighters keep them damn hands up. They do. Until you get it. If Frank got tired, it was over with. But yeah, man, like, I gotta give it to Tank, man. I gotta give it to dude. He's a slow starter in them fights, but he know how to figure you out. He get them rounds up, he figure you out. Once he starts seeing a pattern, start feeling like, okay, he's scared of my power. I can hurt him. It's good night, Irene. That's all she wrote. Congrats to Tank Davis.